but now they have this trans designer that is a Satanist, right? And so you if you look into it, all this stuff like Satan respects pronouns. Like I bet he does. I bet he does. Like if anything that is anti-God, anti-destroying your body and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Satan does like all those things that destroys yourself, your soul, your livelihood and all that stuff. And so hey, what's up guys? So I'm coming here another video. I took a break, alright? So, you know, I did the whole playing Jedi Survivor, playing Tears of the Kingdom, you know, and so I kind of want to go into this saying just like what's been going on, like a rapid fire of what I've been missing just because I've been playing my video games, and I lost like 10 subscribers just because I haven't been playing videos. But again, we're gonna be talking about it. A lot of things going on. I might dedicate more single video to one of these topics, but I just want to get the ball rolling again and just be like, yo, like I lost like some 10 subscribers just for not doing some videos. But okay, so if you're new to this channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch, hey Mitch, all the Mitches, the call sign Don, and pretty much I like talking about what I talk about. So, current events, reviews, pop culture, social political commentary. Be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe as it feeds the algorithm. With all of that said, let's get into this. So, doing events, right? Like one of the many things, especially earlier the month, you know, there was Historia doing its thing, right? I was covering for that. There was FNT. FNT was in Vegas. I did something of that. I may not use all of it. I had an interview with Quarter Black Garrett, but I may not even use it. And then of course there was the Asian Hustle Network. They had a convention here in Las Vegas, the Uplift conference. I definitely want to upload that. So I'm like backlog with all this. I also did a podcast on my channel at the PHLV radio station, so I need to work on that too. So there's a bunch of things that I've been also doing. So even though I wasn't putting out videos, and then of course I was playing some video games, and I probably should do some reviews on it and give some stuff, because I definitely like Jedi Survivor, you know, especially coming out of the Fallen Order, you know, and this is a very much a great sequel to the Fallen Order stuff, both gameplay and storyline. Same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, I'm playing this a lot, and you know, I did play Breath of the Wild, you know, and when it comes to this game, a lot of it is like a good portion why I enjoy it is the exploration. Obviously, there's a build factor into it. A lot of videos out there, all that stuff, and so what I want to do is, again, do some rapid fire of what's been going on. So, obviously, we still got the Bud Light thing going on. I guess Bud Light is like partnering with Harley Davidson and so that stuff. So, if you're watching Tim Pool, a lot of things that he's mentioning right now is that we come away from the Bud Light boycott into the Bud Light effect. And so we're going to talk about a little bit of what's going on in Target. What's going like in Target with the whole trans stuff. And so all of that, Ron made his official run for presidency for 2024. I saw Ron when he was in Vegas a few months ago. You know, what upset me with that one is that we already knew he was running, right? But two, I couldn't film inside. Like, his people didn't want me to film inside. Like, the fact that, like, you know, like, his whole launch on Twitter sucked, right? And it was very monotone. I was watching Tim Pool cover it and on Timcast IRL and Seamus and all this stuff, right? And like, I agree, it was very dry and all that stuff, right? But on top of it, it's like you could have made this whole launch even better, you know, like, hey, we're gonna have speakers and all this stuff, and obviously, like, you just gotta be more charismatic. And like me doing this video, I'm doing a lot of inflections, and it's just me talking to the camera, right? And so when he was in Vegas, I didn't mind too much of it and all that stuff, but like, it kills me. Like, why would you want influencers covering the event? You know, like, I had to put my camera, I waited in line and had to go back to my car just to put my camera away. Why wouldn't you want influencers covering the event? If it was a security matter, I can understand, but vet those people, do all this thing, get their name, all that stuff, whatever you gotta do, but why not have influencers there? It's so fine, whatever. If you don't want that, you don't want that. If you think you can do better than having whatever people covering your event, cool, whatever. Going into Black Lives Matter, going bankrupt, like going back to Patrice Colors, like you got like you got like four managers in Calabasas, and you going bankrupt. Like I don't know. Like I guess you spending more money than you were. Maybe you did not account in anything what is going on. So all that stuff. But what I really want to dive into, really, is okay. So Dodgers also had this whole anti-Catholicism thing with these whatever the nuns of perpetual something, like these these drag thing that's anti-Catholic and all that stuff, and like yeah, not good whatsoever having that there. Great. So going into what I really want to talk about for the next like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever, is the whole going into when we talked about like the whole boycott stuff when it comes to the Bud Light stuff, right? It's like, again, no one would have bat an eye if it was like Caitlyn Jenner or whatever selling Bud Light, but it was Dylan Mulvaney that was then doing it for the children. You know, like why like even the marketing person, we need like a brand new base talking about like, okay, why would you give up your whole base? And then going into Target doing their whole like, it's one thing that they had, it's nothing really new that they had like Pride stuff for coming in this June, but now they have this trans designer that is a Satanist, right? And so you if you look into it, all this stuff like Satan respects pronouns, like I bet he does. I bet he does. Like if anything that is anti-God, anti-destroying your body and all that stuff, yeah, I'm pretty sure Satan does like all those things that destroys yourself, your soul, your livelihood and all that stuff. And so we got all of this. And so people are now boycotting Target, right? And so especially, I guess, a lot of people on like more these suburban areas, maybe not in the city areas. I went to my Target and here in Las Vegas. It felt like no different. So, and obviously I went like last 2 weeks maybe, and so this is probably still new, but I really don't see anything changing with that here in Las Vegas, right? And so yeah, I mean, obviously it's not a good look. There's also images and things like tucking it in type thing for the kids. Like again, if it's one thing to have it on display, like, well, one, why did it gotta be front display like as it is in my Target? But like two, why it gotta be for the kid? Like everyone, it's like, again, it's like, why you gotta be like target the kids, you know? Like it's just much. Like not even the conservatives. I think regular people are just regular people are just done. You know, regular people saw the Bud Light thing, like regular people saw the Bud Light thing and like, we're not doing this anymore. Like I don't want to see. Like I'm cool, y'all doing your thing, but I'm not all this, right? And then same thing with the Target stuff. People are like, what is all this? Like, I mean, we get that you want to be all expressive and everything, but why the kids? You know? And so people are done. And I think we're starting to see, like, and this is actually, maybe I will upload the conversation that I had with Quarter Black Garrett, because one thing I was saying to him in like a one-on-one interview is like, are we starting to see the pendulum swing back? You know, like, are we seeing enough people who are reacting about what's going on and changing it up, you know? And so I definitely agree that's where it probably is heading. It's great going into 2024 now that a lot of people are waking up, you know, and seeing what's going on and actually figuring it out. Because once you start unraveling one certain thing, you're starting to figure out other things, you know? You're starting to when you hear about all of the trans stuff, like at first you might be like, okay, well, you do you, but like, why the kids? Like, oh yeah, why the kids? And then you start talking about like, what does gender affirming care actually means, you know? Not even the surgery stuff, right? Like even like the puberty blockers. And then you start figuring out like, these are like, you're pretty much sterilizing the kid like for life, even if they decide to grow out of it, you know? And so like, it just goes a rabbit hole of what is going on, and it just keeps them going. And so I'm all for it because, you know, like, yeah, like, I need to dedicate a video, right? Like, I was gonna do this for a podcast, but I might just dedicate a video for it. Like, yo, especially it's gonna be Pride Month next week. Well, one, reclaim the month, reclaim the rainbow. But two, like, really, LGBT, all of that stuff is associated with the 7 deadly sins, right? Like, definitely pride, envy, wrath, of course, all there. Lust, definitely there. Like greed, and sloth, and gluttony. It's a little bit stretch, right? Sloth, when it comes to sloth, I identify it like how kind of Thomas Aquinas does it, where sloth is just not just being lazy, but like just not working towards faith, not working towards God, right? And then same thing with gluttony, having overconsumption, greed, overconsumption, like, and corporatism and all that stuff. And so, like, I think there's a little bit of a stretch there, but I think it works. But I'll just leave it there. Again, I just want to do a rapid fire saying, like, I'm not gone. I'm still here, right? I was just playing some video games. Why you guys gotta unsubscribe, bro? Now I have to, like, buy subscribers or something just to get the numbers back. As I build organically, right? I don't buy subscribers. Actually, a lot of this has been very organically grown, but obviously, YouTube doesn't like me doing what I do, so I gotta do a little bit finagling just to keep things afloat. And so, yeah, we'll do some videos, talking some more. And thank you for watching. You can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMakeMitch. I'm also on Twitter, MaverickMitch. And see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you. Ecom spirito tuo.